I can hardly believe that we're into October already, but it's October 4th, and let's have a look at what we've got today. So we've got 15 orders on Bricklink, which isn't a bad amount. They are for 102 lots there, and all fairly small lot counts for each of the orders there. Only one of them with any sort of reasonable amount, but you know, happy to get those orders in. And then if I look on Brick Owl, just 3 orders, better lot counts on there for each of those, and a reasonable value on the majority of them as well. If we have a look on eBay, we can see that there are 6 items to ship there as well, but there's a bit of an oddity with that, because although that's telling me that there are 6 items to ship, when I'm in my awaiting dispatch section, I only see 4, so I need to see what's going on there. But anyway, I'd better get on and get these packed. Here's the latest seal set to be heading out of the door. It is 75199. It's the General Grievous Combat Speeder. So another Star Wars set. I think we all know how popular Star Wars is in Lego, so no real surprise here. This sold for just about £55, which it isn't too bad. It's a pretty modern set, not particularly very special if you ask me, and it's quite a thin box as well. So anyway, this one's heading out the door courtesy of eBay. Nice little minifig related order going out here. Various minifig spares, new and used, and a few minifigs as well. There's an Ewok, Stormtrooper, and I think an R2-Q5 there. Plus lots of sort of droid arms and things like that. So nice little order for minifig parts, and you know, as I've said a few times, I don't get an awful lot of these type of orders. It's mostly sort of new and used bricks, and I'm trying to increase these sort of minifig type orders, so long may it continue, and need to try and get much more of this into the store. Another really nice order in the mail today is this one. This has got lots of stuff in it. Here we've got packets of the letters from the typewriter set that came out recently, so there's 4 or 5 packs of those. We've got a couple of lions from the new kind of safari city sets, and I think these are lovely, look really good, and should go well on eBay. We've got some sheep in here which look great, and there's lots of those in there. And then the rest of what's in here, I think, are all of the parts to make up the knights from, this is from the blacksmith's forge. So lots of parts that will make those up, including heads, hair pieces, torsos, legs, helmets, swords, so shields, all the accessories as well. So I'm going to be making those up, and I'm going to be getting those listed on not sure yet, eBay, possibly just straight onto Bricklink with those. But really happy with those. Just need to get them put together and get them listed. 2 more orders in from eBay for minifigure lots that I bid on and won. So let's take a look and see what we've got in here. This one is clearly predominantly Star Wars stuff. Don't think there's anything super good. Oh, I think this one is pretty decent. I think this helmet alone I've seen I think sell for, I don't know, £4 or £5 I think, free hair in there. So nothing other than that super awesome. And I'm just checking the condition. Don't think those legs look great, but they're just plain brown legs, so it shouldn't be a big problem. Wrong head on that figure there. Lots of helmets and things, so let me check that out. And looks okay, especially for the sort of price I paid for it. And let's have a look what we've got in here. And these are all bagged up, which was nice because they weren't bagged up in the listing, and they look to be okay. Hot dog guy, Ghost Rider, this zombie skateboard guy, Batman collectible minifig. So nothing major other than that. Not sure what we got in there. It's a little Chima set in there. Nothing super great, but some reasonable things in there. So nice couple of small hauls of figures. I'll get those sorted and listed. I've had a couple of orders in from people who watch my YouTube channel, and I just wanted to give a shout out to David here. It says, great content, always look forward to the next vlog. Also a big fan of the Borough badge on the stream deck. I don't know who else might have picked that up, but David's clearly a supporter of the same Middlesbrough football team that I am, which is my hometown. And yeah, I watch that every week streamed. I'm too far away to get to the games. But yeah, that's another passion of mine besides Lego. And then we've got another watcher who also says, love watching your YouTube channel, thanks for the uploads. So thanks to them for watching as well, and thanks very much to both of you for the orders. Tuesday 5th of October, and just 6 orders on Bricklink today, and only 1 on Brick Owl. I did get a couple of orders on eBay, which was all very nice and very helpful, but could have done with a few more orders, obviously. In the meantime, I've been starting to to sort out some of the used bulk that I've got. So spent an hour or so just pulling parts into various categories. These are just some odd things that I found that looked a little bit interesting. There's a little plate actually that I missed. I find that the plates take up the most room, which is why I've put them in a big tub. I do need to get some more different types of baskets sorted for this. This though is not all from this list, but this is all tiles which need to be sorted, and that's probably going to be my next job. I did find a couple of big pieces. Obviously this one from a Junior's Batman set, I think, and I assume that that is a base from the same set as well, but I haven't checked that out just yet, but we'll get to that. Also got a bit of a mess on my desk as usual, have to say. Sorting minifigures out, and got to get these all listed onto eBay or Bricklink. In the mail today, let's have a look and see what's inside. And this is just 4 different oh sorry, 3 different types of parts. So this is some profile bricks and some 1x2 trans light blue tiles, 2 bags of those, and a bag of 1x2 trans black tiles. So only 3 different parts there, but that's going to add a lot of quantity to the store. It's going to increase the inventory count. These are always in demand, so I think those will go pretty well. Profile bricks are pretty standard, people always buy those. These 1x2 trans black might be a longer sell, but they're all good items to get into the store, so I'm very happy with that little order. Right, let's get these tiles counted and added into the store. So I'm going to use my trusty counting skills for this, and I'm just going to put my tub on there, and then I need to set everything back to 0. So what happens is the scale is set to 0 to start with. When I put the tub on, it adds a weight here, which I don't want, because I want this to be acting as if there's nothing on the scale. So I press the tare weight, which sets everything back to 0, and I've got the unit count set to 0 already. I can press clear if I want to do that. Now, what I want to do is add an initial count into the tub. Now, I've already pre-counted 50 of these tiles out, and I've done 50 really because when you're doing such a bulk like this, I find that, you know, it can get out over time. And I just find that doing a slightly larger sample gives me a better, more accurate weight per part. So if I put 50 in here and then press the count button, it's going to give me this measurement per tile. So it's going right down to 5 decimal places, and it's telling me that there's 50 in there. Now, if I take one more tile and add it to the tub, then the count goes up to 51. So we know that that's pretty accurate. Now, all I need to do now is dump my bags of tiles into here. And I've got 2 bags, remember. I just hope the tub's big enough. Again, difficult to do with one hand, so do bear with me. And that tells me that I've got 2,846 tiles in there. Now, I always like, on such a big count as this, I always like to allow some leeway. So I'll probably put this in as just 2,800 and leave the 46 just in case of issue. And then what happens is, as I sell these out and I get nearer to being out of stock of them, I'll probably recount and just check what I've got left at the end of the day. So that's it. I'm going to go and add 2,800 items to my store inventory just like that. So now I'm going to add the trans black tiles to the store. And I just thought I'd come back on this because it would be very easy to think that I'd already counted the trans light blue tiles, and I already established a weight for those. And some people might think, right, well, I know the weight, let's just drop the bag of black tiles in and we'll get our count. You should never do that. There's always a difference in weight depending on the colour of the brick, believe it or not. Something to do with the dye density or something like that. So always, whenever you're weighing anything, always reset your scales and always do a new count. So I'm putting my sample of 50 in again. And I don't recall what the light blue tile weight was, but it'd be interesting to see whether it is the same or not. But anyway, I'm just going to drop another tile in there just to check the weight. So that's gone up to 51. So I'm happy that that is correct. And I'm going to drop my bag of black tiles into the tub and see how many of those I've got. And we've got 1472. So I'm just going to put them into my store as a dead 1400. As I said earlier, just leave the 71 as a you know, some tolerance there. So I'm just going to go and add another 1400 parts to the store. As easy as that. Just had a couple of these sets parted out for me, 70848 from the Lego Movie 2. Really just trying to clear space from the 1s and 2s that are still left on the top here. And there's a few unusual parts I found in here, which is why I thought I'd just show you guys a little bit. So for instance, the pearl gold chests here, and there is the chest lid to go with that as well. And then these shells are quite interesting in the pearl gold, and there's a few other things as well, like the pearl gold barrier here. So gonna get those parts into the store. Hopefully that's going to add a few unique lots, although obviously not in any great quantity. But have put a couple of the figures into the store. So we've got Benny gone onto eBay, as well as a couple of Unikitties, and I'm just going to get the rest of this uploaded now. I picked up this used set of Lego last night. This was from the same lady that I bought a batch from in a couple of vlogs ago. I'd been able to leave her my number when I picked it up, because she told me that her son had about 5 boxes of Lego to sort through. And she texted me this week and said she had another batch if I was interested in it. And so I jumped at it. I paid £40 for it. There's a lot here. It maybe doesn't look as much, but this is quite a huge tray I've got here. And I've done an initial pass and picked out some of the minifig parts. So there's all sorts of weird stuff in here. There's a head off Gizmo, I think. Lots of Star Wars stuff. More Star Wars. More Star Wars. Some Ninjago. This looks like a Sandman body with some Nexonites maybe on the top. Some the alien stuff. All sorts of bits and bobs in there. So nothing much. There's a few sort of full figures in there, but not an enormous amount. But still, I think there's plenty of value there in the figure parts. Obviously there's all the value in these as well, in the plates and the basic bricks. So I'm happy enough with that, and I'm gonna have another little sort through these figures and see what I can't get put into the store. It's always nice when you find some unexpected value in some parts. So I found this part in the used bulk that I just bought, and I thought it was a lower jaw from a dinosaur. So I did some looking up and have found it on here, and it is the lower jaw of a dewback from Star Wars. And looking at the prices, the cheapest ones listed are close to £4. No used ones sold so far though, but if I just take off my group by currency, the used one looks like it's worth around £5, so not bad at all. You know, if I'd found a £4 or £5 minifigure in here, I'd be quite happy. So happy to find parts like this all day long. 2 boxes just arrived from Amazon. Let's have a look and see what we've got in here. First item up is 75301. This is Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter, and there's some nice minifigures in there which will be destined for eBay, and of course the parts will be hitting the store. And there's 3, 4, 5 of those in there. And then in the other box we've got some more Star Wars. This time we have got 75311, the Imperial Armored Marauder, and again some nice minifigures, 5 times of each. I was going to go a bit bigger and get more of each, but to be honest, the main reason for picking them up was the minifigures, which I'm going to try on eBay and just add a few items to the store on there. So I'm going to go and get those listed, and we'll get the parts into the store as soon as possible. Great little order here, lots of bulk and in colours that don't normally sell super well. So lots of 2x4, bright pink, 2x3, 2x2, new and used. Most of it's new, but there are a few used things in here as well. And the guy has wiped me out completely of the 1x1 white bricks there. So just getting this packed up and out the door. This is the first order for the bandmates that I bought previously. So I've sold 3 of these on eBay in one sale for between £6.99 and £7.49. Now I bought these for £2 each, so I think that's a decent profit. Very easy to sell, very easy to list. I just opened the box to check what was inside, and they're still sealed inside, as you can hopefully see. And I just have a little number on the back of the box to tell me which one it is, and Bob's your uncle. Really easy to list, easy to pack. They're gonna go in a large letter, so a nice little order. Just received this order. These both bags are the same order from eBay for a listing for a whole bunch of accessories. Now, what was interesting about this, aside from the fact that, you know, there's a decent amount of accessories here for the price, was that this was from the same seller that I bought a few listings of minifigures about a week or so ago. And at the time, these were listed with it. They didn't sell because they were asking too much. I made them an offer. They didn't want to take it, so they put it up for auction again. And I won the auction. I think that I was the only one to bid, I think. I can't remember, but I won it anyway. And I was adamant that I wanted to win it because I could see that most of the accessories in here go with a lot of the figures that I'd bought previously. So this is the lot that I bought in another video, where, for instance, I had the Pirates of the Caribbean mermaid figures, and they were missing some hair. I think one of them might have even been missing a head. But they're all in here, in these accessories. So rather than me going off to Bricklink and having to find the parts to go with those figures, pay multiple delivery amounts, etc., I made sure that I put a good bid on these to make sure that I won it, which was still a lot cheaper than buying the parts separately. But in the end, I think I was the only bidder. So let's try and open this and have a quick look at what we might have in here. I think this part here is just a whole bunch of just various accessories. Nothing super amazing in here that I can remember off the top of my head. Though I think there were a few things. I think the cape was one thing, for instance, went with one of the minifigures. There was other stuff as well, but I can't remember exactly what that is. Now let me just try and open the other bag. I think this is hopefully the more interesting. And this was, yeah, there for instance, that's the hair from one of the mermaids, for instance. That's the hair from another of them, and there's some heads and bits and pieces in here as well that went with a number of the figures. Not necessarily anything super special, although I think one of the hair pieces there was about $2.50 if you were buying it on Bricklink. But the fact that they all are going to complete and make up the majority of the figures that I got from them is going to be fantastic, and I can get them listed into the store.